Hey everyone, it's Brad Peterson. I am Senior Vice President of the Music and Entertainment Division for Regions Bank here in Nashville, Tennessee. I am here today with a very long time, a very good friend and colleague, Mr. Gilles Godard. Gilles, I know what you do, but please tell everyone your official title and role.
Yes, I'm the Senior Vice President of Publishing here at Athem globally, not just for Nashville, but for all of our offices. As you know, we've got offices in LA, New York, Nashville, Austin, Toronto, and London, England. So I oversee all that, which is great.
We talk a lot about what I do, working with independent music publishers. Athem is a very significant client of ours. That of late, and everyone I think hears this term, but acquisitions is what's happening every day in the world of music business. So, but I want a little different angle from you. I know you are on the front end of putting those deals together on a global basis. So, but talk about like post-acquisition, after you brought in Timbaland, or some of the other ones that you guys have done, Rush or whoever it might be. Talk about what it looks like after that. How do you guys come in, your team, led by you, and add value to that catalog, add value to that songwriter, that artist? What does that look like for what you do?
Every time we sign something, we feel like, why don't we repurpose this song? Why don't we get a younger artist? Example, Megan Patrick is one of our artists. We own a piece of Black Velvet, the old hit from, I guess, the early 90s. She did a new version of that, an acoustic version, and we put it out. So we always try to find ways to repurpose the catalogs, try to get artists in other territories to re-record, put them in movie and film, and we've been very fortunate to have a lot of success that way.
You had such a long, successful career kind of in the business from a different aspect, from a different country even at one point in your beginning. As we come out of the pandemic and hopefully some silver linings, what do you think, how do you think the next 3 to 5 years in the music business, what does it look like? What do you think will be driving forces? What will be important for you?
Yeah, I was reading the Goldman Sachs report, and they said that streaming is really the shining light, the future, digital. It's like, it's a house that we're all moving in, and I can see that it's paying off a lot more. As a publisher, I also realize that we should own a lot more masters. Sound Exchange is paying a lot of money now. I have artist friends in Canada and Europe who have always owned their masters, and through this pandemic, they got checks from Sound Exchange going, Gilles, if we didn't own our own masters, it would have been terrible during COVID. We're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from masters that we've owned forever that never paid off. So that's another division. I remember years ago talking to Hartwig Massoud at BMG saying, as publishers, we should start investing 50% of our money into masters and 50% in publishing, because one, the masters, you can have a sync placement right away and it pays within the 60 or 90 days. And if it's a huge sync, some big songs, one of our biggest synced song was a Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake for Jay-Z, for the Super Bowl, the year that came out. We had a commercial with a beer during that, and that was a huge, close to $1 million, just for one sync. So wish we would have owned the master. We didn't, but we got paid for the master side. And for those out there who don't realize this, but in publishing world, a sync placement is the only true fair deal, because the writers get 50% of the placement. That, let's say it makes $1, they get 50 cents, and the master owners get 50% of that, and it's their 50 cents or $500,000. So syncs by owning masters for the future will be very, very important for the publishing world and for writers who own their masters. Sometimes they'll do demos and do a version of their hits that they own those masters.
Syncs have been sort of the market-driven price. A lot of stuff, as we know, is governed by old legislation and old law.
Correct.
That's always something that you and people in your industry are
Yep.
trying to improve and bring current. And I think we've talked in other conversations we've had with publishers about everyone's always trying to figure out how to pay songwriters better.
Better, yeah.
But syncs is a great field
Yep.
in that you have a true kind of market established. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank you,
so
Brad.
glad you were able to do this today.
Same here, man.
Usually, again, this man's jet setting all over the world, and you are off tomorrow to another
off
city.
tomorrow,
So
yes. Thank you.
I'm glad we caught you. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Cheers.